Hello all, good morning. Welcome to Yaksha IT. So just to give you a background before starting the demo session, myself SURESH, and I have the total of 13 years of IT experience, where 12 years in Salesforce CRM, and I have experience in different domains where I worked in different industries. I mean to say health sector, utilities, and education, IT, banking. I have different explore on different types of projects there. Yeah, so today let's start the demo session. And to start with the demo session, I could see the participants here, but not sure like whether you have some experience in the CRM backgrounds or who suggested you the Salesforce CRM. But let me assume that you are new to the Salesforce CRM. I mean to say, let me assume you don't know about the Salesforce and whether it is like by end of this session you should able to understand whether the Salesforce CRM suits for you or not. Why? Because you are going to invest for at least 3 months of time. So before starting the Salesforce, you should be aware. So whether the Salesforce suits for you or not. So let me, instead of regular PPT, let me take help of notepad here. So here today my agenda was, so what is CRM? Introduction to Salesforce. Salesforce in the market. Job opportunities. So let's try to understand some basic information about the Salesforce before getting step into the Salesforce CRM here. So to start with the Salesforce CRM, first you need to understand what is CRM. So the CRM is nothing but customer relationship management. So this is nothing but customer relationship management. So why this customer relationship management can be used? Now let's take a simple example. Now you take any company like BMW, Adidas, Amazon, or any company. Let's take an ICICI Bank. So in any sort of company will basically go with three core concepts in their daily day-to-day businesses there. I mean to say first they need to do some marketing there. They need to do some marketing and then the sales and then service. So that means any company first they need to have some marketing techniques to generate leads. Lead is nothing but the person who is showing interest to purchase their product. Now let's say we Yaksha IT Solutions done some marketing, maybe Instagram, some posts we have kept on Instagram or YouTube or different hoardings. Maybe I will go with the different marketing strategies to generate leads. Now I could see the some of the participants as a student who are trying to learn the Salesforce CRM. Now you all becomes my lead here, right? So for this, every company will go some marketing techniques to generate lead, right? Once the lead got generated, my sales team comes into the picture and they will explain the product details. Once the lead satisfied with the specifications of product information, then he will purchase my product. Then he will become my customer. That entire process will taken care by sales agent by using the sales module. Once the sales is done, now service team comes into the picture. So now let's say you have purchased a BMW car. Let's say this is an organization for BMW and the marketing was done, the lead generated and sale process done. Now I need to provide service to the car, right? So the service team comes into the picture. Whenever the customer has any issue with the product, he is going to raise some tickets or cases so that my service agent should provide service to that particular customer. So that means if you see here, this is not only for automobile or healthcare or education or banking sector, anything, any sort of platforms or any sort of organizations. These are the three major core business applications which any company would require to process their regular activities, right? So to maintain these items, in the market, we have like CRM softwares. That means CRM is nothing but customer relationship management, where the companies can maintain good communication or good relationship with the customer. Why? Because if you take any top companies, like they have like hundreds or thousands of customers. So the customers is nothing but where they can make some business with the customer or the lead, right? So each and every customer or each and every lead was important to make some business, right? So here each and every customer activities should be tracked and should maintain with uh, proper format. Now let's say any company without going with the CRM softwares, what will happen? There may be some human errors. I mean to say, now today I have received 20 leads. Now let's say, let's take my institute itself, Yaksha IT Solutions. Now let's say 20 leads approaches me, 20 students approaches me, and they have given their phone number, email ID, and saying that we are interested to learn Salesforce CRM. If I am depending upon my manpower, like my receptionist, in such a way that, so you need to please follow up with the students, whether they are okay with this time slot or not. That means I'm depending upon one human resource there. If that person was performing the task perfectly, then that's fine. If he or she was not able to complete the task within time, that will give you a bad impression to the student state in such a way that maybe that institute was not interested to do business with me, or they are not ready to give the training on so and so course. That will give you a negative impact, right? In the same way, if you take in the larger picture now, thousands of customers were there for some of BMW or Audi customers, let's say, or ICICI Bank. If you are missing, if due to some human errors or negligence of humans, the company may lose mentions. The companies will go with the CRM applications. Now, you know what is CRM? In the CRM applications, we are going to deal the business core applications like marketing, sales, and service. These are there is so many applications, but these are the core business applications. That is marketing, sales, and service. Marketing to generate leads. By end goal of this marketing is to generate leads. Maybe they may do the paper ads, TV ads, or whatever the strategies they are following. That strategies, the end goal of this strategies is to generate a lead. Once the lead is generated, now the sales team comes into the picture. Here, in the CRM applications, they will have some automation processes. With the automation process, the email will be automatically triggered to the sales agent stating that one lead got generated. Now the sales team will make an appointment with the customer, and then the process goes on. So that's how the CRM softwares will work. Now you know what is CRM, like customer relationship management, where we can have each and every traction, each and every activity with that customer, where we can maintain these type of activities in a software like CRM softwares. Now you know what is CRM. Now in the market, you could see Salesforce CRM, right? Here the full name of Salesforce is, here we used to call Salesforce CRM or Salesforce, everything is fine. Now you may ask, what are the different softwares available? What are the different CRM softwares available in the market? So for that, we have a lot of softwares which supports the CRMs here. One is CRM, Salesforce CRM. The other one is Microsoft CRM. This we will also call it as Dynamics CRM. And SAP CRM, Oracle CRM, Joho, Sugar CRM. So in this way, we have like many CRM applications were available in the market. Now, as a consultant here, you need to you need to understand as a student or as a consultant. So what is the benefit if I learn the Salesforce apart from Microsoft or SAP or Oracle? So to understand this one, first you need to analyze what is the current position of the Salesforce CRM here, right? Now the Salesforce CRM is a market leader in terms of CRM applications, right? Which occupies the global market of 23.9%, right? And if you see the Microsoft Dynamics CRM, it occupies 5.9%. And SAP CRM, it's almost 5.4%. This is the current market share of different CRM applications in the market. This is like 4.7 around. And there is one more, the Adobe. Here, Adobe, it occupies 3.8%. And this is Zoho, it is like almost 2.1 something. I'm not accurate about this one. Zoho, it's around 2. And Sugar, you can simply ignore. It is like 1.6 or 1.8. So this is the current market share of different CRM applications. If you see, the Salesforce CRM is a market leader. If you take the second, third, fourth, fifth position, if you calculate all this, their market share will not cross the Salesforce CRM market. That means Salesforce CRM is far ahead while compared to the other CRM application. That means many customers, what is the point to understand the market here in the sense? Now, if it is like 23.9% customers with the Salesforce CRM, that means you are going to get good number of job opportunities in Salesforce CRM. Getting my point? And the IDC report, International Data Corporation, IDC, as per the IDC report, it's like almost 9.3 million jobs expected by 2026, right? So this is how the market is going with the Salesforce CRM. And this is like a part where you need to understand this is like market leader. So if you are going to learn the Salesforce CRM, that you are in the right path. So you no need to look for the other platforms in the future. You can complete your career throughout, I mean to say, in the entire career in the Salesforce CRM, right? And coming to the CRM market, you could see currently it occupies $52 million market for the CRM applications. So this is the market, $52 million. So by 2030, it was expected for $139 million. This information, everything from IDC report, where this IDC, where they can do some surveys or investigations, and they will publish some articles related to the information technology, upcoming softwares or applications of the customers, IT customers, everything. They will analyze, and as per their report, this data published in the public facing documents. So $139 million market is going to be happened by 2030. So by this, you can understand, if you are learning the Salesforce CRM, you are going to get huge number of opportunities in the future as well. So you need to think back there, right? So this is like, for now, what is CRM? What is customer relationship management? You are aware of it. And coming to in the market, what are the CRM applications available, and what is their current position? You have some knowledge now, right? Now let's try to understand why I need to go with Salesforce CRM. Of course, in the market wise, Salesforce CRM occupies more. But what is the introduction to Salesforce CRM here? The Salesforce CRM, so it is like cloud-based. The first point here, this is like cloud-based. So what is cloud-based? Nowadays, you are regularly using the term cloud computing, cloud-based. So what is this cloud-based? Cloud-based is nothing but the Salesforce support cloud-based applications. I mean to say, you no need to maintain any servers. The companies where no need to maintain any servers, firewalls, or antiviruses and network resources, it's not required. So everything were installed in the Salesforce server. They will provide you the credentials where you can simply create an organization URL and you can log in with your username and password. It is like plug and play concept, where you no need to invest, the companies may no need to invest huge amount to develop your infrastructure there. So just to give you an introduction, let me make use of my system here, my PowerPoint here. So where the cloud computing, where it is like universal access. That means wherever you are, you can simply, with your credentials, you can able to log into the system. So the Salesforce will take care of their security and all. This will reduce the cost to the companies. So as in Salesforce CRM, what is the services it provides? We'll discuss that one. So regarding this cloud computing, what is the benefit here in the sense? Now, in the olden days, if you take the legacy platforms, if you would like to create some applications, so there you need to set up your own servers. You need to buy the server, and you need to set up the server, and you need to install the reporting tools or whatever the operating system, antiviruses and everything. You need to figure it out. And then you start building the application. This will take almost 6 to 12 months of your time, right? So whereas if you depend upon the cloud, this is not only for the Salesforce, I'm just discussing about the cloud thing, how it works. Whereas coming to the cloud, now let's say Salesforce, if you once you thought to build an application there, immediately you can purchase the license with the Salesforce, and you can start exploring your mobile applications. Like sales, marketing, service, which we just discussed, already it is there. It is developed by the Salesforce. And if you want to have any customized there, if you want to have any extra functionality you want to implement, then you can simply use the you can develop that particular applications there, right? So that means it is like cloud based, and where you can customize. It is cloud based, and it allows you to customize the application. What is this customization? I mean to say, now let's say here, as I said, marketing, sales, and service are the core business applications for any sort of business. Now that means it is like plug and play. After purchasing a license, you can start using the sales and service. So now my client would like to have extra functionality in this sales application, let's say. So that means that the system should support to customize the applications. So that means whatever the application provided by the Salesforce, that will be supported to customize the existing functionality. What is customization here? The process of extending the existing system behavior. You know what is system behavior? That means you are trying to insert some values and retrieving the values. This is like system behavior. Let's assume. Now you want to add extra functionality to it. That is nothing but you are extending the system behavior, extending the system functionality. This everything comes under customization. So that means the system will support you to customize the Salesforce as well. Where, as we discussed, we have the customer 360-degree, where you can have control on each and every activity of each and every customer. So here, if you have some data in a table, that means each and every record itself a customer information. So you have the traction on each and every customer for all the activities. That means whenever any agent makes an appointment with the customer, so what they have discussed in the appointment. So everything we need to, there is a chance to document everything there. So that means you can have all the 360 degrees information about the customer. How many cases were raised by the customer in this quarter? So what is the response for it? Whether we are able to provide the response within time or not, whether it is taking more time so that it will increase the customer pain time. So this everything will be tracked in the Salesforce CRM. And coming to the integration part, any organization will not depend upon a single application, right? Now, let's say one organization will go with Salesforce CRM, and there may be external websites where they need to track some lead information. And if they want to integrate their external systems with your Salesforce, your application should support user-friendly, that should be user-friendly and easy to integrate, right? So here the integration part in the Salesforce CRM, the main thing, important thing here is the integration part is very much easy. It's like pretty much easy, where for each and every, now let's say DocuSign, you know what is DocuSign? So where we are using some documents with the e-signature or not. So for each and every component, it is easy to integrate, where they will provide some managed solutions there. We'll discuss in detail about the integration part and what is solution, what is managed solution. Everything will be discussed in detail. But for now, the integration is like pretty much easy in the Salesforce CRM point, right? So now there is a point, you may ask the question, right? So here, in the CRM application, there is a lot of CRM applications available. But why the Salesforce CRM was performing very, very good while compared with the other applications, while comparing with the other CRM softwares? Here, there is like, now let's say take an competition, the second competitor here is Microsoft CRM, that is 5.9% market share, right? So why in the sense, in terms of cost here, any company where, if any company is starting with, starting with softwares, they will have some budget information as well. So for the budget information, in the budget wise, so the Salesforce CRM license is like cost effective while compared to the Microsoft CRM. Why in the sense, the Salesforce CRM will go with multi-tenant architecture. Whereas Microsoft CRM will about the architecture part. So just I want to put a point to you why Salesforce is more ahead than Microsoft or the other CRM software. This is one among the multiple points. So the multi-tenant architecture is nothing but, now let's say you have one server. I mean to say, let's assume the server as a container here. The container will be divided into different parts. Let's say for banking, one small box in the container. For automobiles, one small box in the container. If any company related to the automobiles approaches the Salesforce, whatever the box they have for the, let me use the paint otherwise. So just to give you a point on like how this multi-tenant architecture will work. Now let's assume this is like Salesforce server and this is like Microsoft server, right? Now any company approaches the Salesforce, they have divided, this is one tenant. Let's assume this is one tenant and this is another tenant. And this is like Salesforce, as I said. And this is, let's say, Microsoft MS. Now this is one tenant and this is another tenant. In the same way, here, this is one tenant and this is another tenant, right? So now how this process multi-tenant will work for the Salesforce CRM in a sense. Now let's say ICICI Bank approaches the Salesforce CRM. So this is like banking. Let's say this is like banking tenant. They have segregated this box as a banking and this box as an automobile. Now if ICICI Bank approaches here, they will allocate some space in this tenant, right? And now again HDFC Bank approaches, they will allocate some space in this tenant. This was dedicated to the banking, where whatever the banking APIs were required, everything will be installed in this particular server, in this particular tenant. Now that means the multiple customers are sharing the single tenant. This is called multi-tenant architecture. Whereas if you take the Microsoft here, this is, let's say, sorry, let's say if the ICICI Bank approaches, this entire tenant will be allocated to ICICI Bank. And now HDFC approaches, again, this entire tenant will be assigned to HDFC. Now, if you see here, this is like single tenant architecture. This is like multi-tenant architecture. The in-depth of it we'll discuss in the coming sessions. But for now, just to give you a brief understanding here. Now, if you see here, the Salesforce has segregated the entire space into a different parts, like different tenants. One tenant is for banking, another tenant for automobiles, another tenant for utilities, for manufacturing. In that way, they will segregate the space. Now, as the Salesforce were investing less amount in terms of servers where it was shared to multiple tenants, again, coming to the security perspective, that will taken care by the Salesforce. There is like strong security concepts available in the Salesforce CRM. The Salesforce will take care of your security concepts. So even though the multiple tenants are occupying the same tenant here, multiple customers are occupying the same tenant, but still there is no issue with in terms of security here. The other tenant, other user cannot access the other user's data there. That will be automatically taken care by the Salesforce. As they are using this multi-tenant architecture, that is one of the reasons where Salesforce CRM provides with the less cost there. That's one of the reasons. That's not only the reason, that's one of the reasons. So there is a lot of things which we need to consider. So we'll discuss everything in the detail section. As this is like demo, I don't want to go in depth into this part, right? So this is like multi-tenant architecture where small scale industries can also afford the Salesforce CRM. So that's, now let's say, what is the point of having this information as a student, as a person who is learning or who want to get a job here. So here, as the Salesforce CRM can also afford by small companies to big companies, you can see, if you go to the job portals there, you can able to see the jobs related to the Salesforce CRM from level 1 companies to level 5 companies, where small companies can also afford the Salesforce CRM. That means small companies will also recruit the Salesforce consultants here. That's the point here. Whereas if you take the Microsoft CRM, there will be less calls, that is only on the MNCs there. That means the job opportunities will also more in terms of Salesforce CRM. So I mean to say, the companies will decide like which CRM application they need to choose. But as a consultant, you need to build your career. So that means you need to build your career. Whenever you are choosing some platforms here, you need to understand what is the span of this particular platform. I mean to say, now just I'm learning the Salesforce CRM. After 2 to 3 years, again, I want to switch to other platform. That's you need to analyze by seeing this market information. That's how you need to prepare. Why? Because as if you are going to the Salesforce, it's almost 3 months of time you are investing here. The time especially after 3 months of time, you may figure out that there is no cost, then it's waste of your time, right? So that's the reason. If you are into the Salesforce CRM, you need to look back, I mean to say, right? So this is like Salesforce CRM. Now you may ask the question, okay, I'm ready to go with Salesforce CRM, but how I can prepare? Whether I need to install any softwares, whether I need to buy any software applications, or whether I need to subscribe or purchase any applications. For that, here the Salesforce were providing different editions there. The different editions we have, like one is unlimited, professional, enterprise, group edition, and developer edition. So these are the different editions supported by the Salesforce CRM. What is this editions in the sense? Now let's say if you go with the Microsoft normal operating system here. So if you go with the normal operating system, for each and every operating system, there is some different editions there, right? So we have like different editions. So in the same way, here for the Microsoft, we have like a home edition, professional edition in that way, right? In the same way, here we have like different editions. Each and every editions has their own structure. Now let's say if you go with unlimited, here we can create unlimited of users. We have unlimited of space, database space, right? And professional, there is some limitations. Enterprise, group edition. We'll discuss this in detail in coming sessions, but each and every editions has their own definitions here. So to practice as a new learner for the Salesforce, you can use this developer edition. This will be comes as a trial edition where you can use the developer edition for a trial. So we have a trial head where you can create free of cost, and this can be there for at least 3 months. At least 3 months, you can practice your entire Salesforce in this particular trial developer edition. That means you no need to invest anything, or you no need to install any software. Just it is like plug and play. As you created the Gmail account, as simple as that, you can create a Salesforce account and you can start exploring the business core applications as well. That is marketing, sales, and service. Right? This is how you can use the Salesforce CRM for practice and learning purpose. Right? Now, let's say what is the main services provided by the Salesforce CRM? So here the three services are SaaS and IaaS and PaaS. So these are the three different services which is provided by the Salesforce CRM. Here one is software as a service, and infrastructure as a service, and platform as a service. So what is these services? First, we need to understand some basic knowledge on whenever you are starting some applications, right? So if you are going with some softwares, what is the softwares? What is the services provided by this software? So this is nothing but SaaS and IaaS and PaaS is nothing but. Now let's say this will make you understand like what is the services here. So you know what is on-premise? On-premise, of course, the Salesforce were not supporting the on-premise, but what is on-premise in the sense? If you are going with on-premise, you need to install your own servers, you need to purchase your server, you need to install operating system in the server and firewalls and everything, you need to take care of it. That is on-premise. Now, infrastructure as a service in the sense, here networking, storage, servers, visualizations, everything will be managed by the provider who is providing this infrastructure as a service. And if you go with platform as a service package, here it will manage your middleware operating, including these servers and all. They can take care of operating system and middleware or runtime. Everything will be taken care by the platform as a service. And software as a service is nothing but they can also provide some applications like sales, service, marketing, and all. So that means these three services will be provided by Salesforce CRM. That means if you purchase the license of Salesforce CRM, or if you go with Salesforce CRM, this entire things will be accessed by you. I mean to say, it is like plug and play scenario. Now, if everything is ready, you can simply log into your Salesforce CRM and you can start exploring your applications, and you can start using your Salesforce CRM, right? So that means the three types of services which is provided by the Salesforce is software as a service. Software as a service, it will provide some applications like marketing, sales, and service. Let me add that point here. Marketing, sales, and service. These are some of the applications as provided by the system as a software as a service. And coming to the infrastructure as a service, it will take care of the servers. So you don't need to maintain the servers or networking and all. This will, as a infrastructure as a service, will be provided by the Salesforce. And platform as a service, like force.com. Now you need to have some Apex code as well. For that, there is some external platform is required. This platform can be used. Force.com can be used for extending your existing functionality. So these are the three different services which is provided by the Salesforce CRM, right? So today, as I said, now what is CRM and what are the different CRM applications available in the market, and why to choose the Salesforce CRM we have explained, and introduction to the Salesforce, just basic introduction, why to use the Salesforce and all, and just given some basic understanding on single tenant and multi-tenant architecture. So that's one of the reason where Salesforce will get for a less cost and all, and different editions we have, so that you can use the developer edition. In the developer edition or whatever the editions you have, these are the services provided by the Salesforce CRM, right? Now let's have the content here. So whatever the course we are going to deal here, coming to the content, first of all, Salesforce administration. So here, this will take to 22 to 25 days of time. And then in the development part, here we are going to cover the Apex and Lightning. And in the Lightning, Aura and LWC, Lightning Web Component, this is mandatory. Without Lightning Web Components, you can't procure the job. So this will take this Apex, and this Apex will take the 30 days. And this Aura and Lightning Web Components will take 20 to 25 days. Right? And then integration part, this will take 7 days. So this is almost 3 months to 3 months, 10 days. In that way, it will take the content. So this is how the content will goes up. And to have the content and all, please ping in the same WhatsApp group so that they can share you the content. And here, coming to the job opportunities here, there is some, I mean to say, to have the job opportunities. Here, we used to get the job in Salesforce admin, right? And developer. We have both the options, but there is very limited options for the Salesforce admin. So if you go with only the Salesforce admin part, so you are going to get very less calls. Just in the first day itself, I am explaining this one. I mean to say, if you are applying for a job, there is 2 consultants who are applying, one for admin and one for developer. This developer is going to get 8 calls, where admin is going to get only 1 or 2 calls. So the calls is very less for the Salesforce admin. So previous, like before 2 years back, we used to get good number of calls in admin as well. But now if you want to settle in Salesforce CRM in a quicker, with less time, then please go with admin and develop. So don't go with only Salesforce admin. That is going to be a big problem for you in the future as well. If there is any cost cutting or any cost cutting to the company or any recession, this admin jobs will be removed. So don't depend only on the admin. So if you want to go, then go with Salesforce admin plus developer only. Like as a Salesforce developer should know both all this content. Getting my point? So as a Salesforce admin, you should be aware of Salesforce administration plus development part. This is what you need to understand. And the core concepts for both the admin and Salesforce developer, here core concepts which we are going to deal here is, that means the core concepts here, we are going to discuss about the objects and records, right? It is standard objects, And what is custom objects? Like some few of the things which I am exploring here. And automation tools, whatever the automation tools we have. Here it comes like workflows, process builder. So just to give you what we are going to cover here, and reports and dashboards. These are the some of the core concepts which you need to learn for both the admin and developer. So that means the main thing which I want to explain here, if you are planning, I'm not good at coding. So even though you are not good at coding, the Apex is very much easy to learn. So after completion of this administration part, we are going to take 6 to 7 days as a basic understanding of the code before starting the development. So the Apex, you can learn it very easily. So please plan for both admin and development part. Just don't go with only one, that is admin. So don't do like that. Please go with both the things there, right? And so whatever the notes I am writing here, these notes will be shared in the same WhatsApp group. Like now, let's say I have used this notepad to explain. These notes will be published in the same WhatsApp group. Today we have the meeting link in one of the WhatsApp group, right? So in the same WhatsApp group, I'm going to share these notes there. And so after the class, within 2 hours, my admin team will upload this particular session in the YouTube channel. And then YouTube link will also be shared in the same WhatsApp group. This WhatsApp group will be there till 6 months to 9 months. So if after completion of your course as well, this will be live for another 6 months. If you have come across any issues, any questions, then you can please feel free to ping in this WhatsApp group. And coming to the sessions here, so now let's say here, whatever the admin or development we are going to discuss here. So now let's say if we take one topic like objects and records, we are not going on air. I mean to say it's not like simply explaining about the objects. We are going to prepare one application here, that is like one mini project. So from the second or third day, we are starting this project. So whatever the concepts we are going to learn, each and every concept will be implemented in this mini project. So that means by end of this course, all the admin activities will be completed. All the admin concepts will be implemented in this mini project. The same will be carried in the development as well. So that means by end of the session, you are able to complete one mini project. After this project, I'm going to give some extra one more project that you need to perform on your own. I mean to say, now let's say I have created an application in the second or third session. So you also need to create your application on your trial instance. In the second session, in the tomorrow session, I'm going to explain how to create a trial account. The prerequisites for it, just your email ID is sufficient. If you have the email ID, then you are ready to go with the Salesforce account. Then you should be able to do the same task, whatever the task I am doing in the session. So that means if I created an application today, you need to create an application on your instance, on your trial account. That's how by end of this session, you are able to complete one mini project that you will give you confidence to you as you have some hands-on experience on one project. Here, the target of this project is to implement all the concepts, whatever we are learning, all the concepts will be implemented in the project here, right? And after the completion of the sessions, I'm going to share one project that is like 25 tasks, 20 to 25 tasks there that will cover all the concepts. That particular project you need to do from the scratch, right? So whatever the project we are doing in the class, that if you are having any questions, you can ping me or you can go through the YouTube again, whatever the video we have uploaded, that you can re-verify and you can complete the task. But coming to the second project, you need to do on your own, right? So while performing, if you come across any questions while in the session or after the completion of the sessions, you can simply ping in the WhatsApp group, or today I'm going to share my notes. That is my phone number. You can also separately, you can message to me through WhatsApp. So please expect 2 to 3 hours delay. If you are putting something, at least within 2 to 3 hours, I'm going to respond to your query. But please don't ping like hi and hello. Put your complete message, like what is your issue. If you have any screenshots, put it there so that I can respond you over the WhatsApp group or separate to me. Okay. This is what from my end for today. Please let me, sorry, I have a request here. Someone is requesting for Telugu as well. Let me give some conclusion, I mean to say overview in the Telugu. Here, ఈరోజు మనము సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ సిఆర్ఎంలో లైక్ అసలు సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ సిఆర్ఎం అంటే ఏంటో తెలుసుకునే ముందు లైక్ సిఆర్ఎం అంటే ఏంటో చూసాం. సిఆర్ఎం ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ కస్టమర్ రిలేషన్షిప్ మేనేజ్మెంట్. ఇది ఒక సాఫ్ట్వేర్. ఈ కస్టమర్ రిలేషన్షిప్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ని మనం ఎందుకు వాడతాము అంటే ఏదన్నా కంపెనీస్ ఆ కస్టమర్కి సంబంధించిన మార్కెటింగ్ స్ట్రాటజీస్ కానీ, సేల్స్ కానీ, సర్వీస్ కానీ ఇవన్నీ మేనేజ్ చేయడానికి ఒక సాఫ్ట్వేర్ అనేది కావాలన్నమాట. సో అంటే ఇప్పుడు మాన్యువల్ ఎవరు చేయట్లేదు కదా, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ డిపెండ్స్ ఆన్ సమ్ అప్లికేషన్స్. సో అట్లాంటి సిఆర్ఎం అంటే ఏంటి అంటే మార్కెటింగ్ కానీ, సేల్స్ కానీ, సర్వీస్ కానీ ఇవి బిజినెస్ కోర్ అప్లికేషన్స్. సో వీటిని డీల్ చేసుకొని వాళ్ళు డైలీ యాక్టివిటీస్ తీసుకుంటారు. ఇప్పుడు ఐసిఐసిఐ బ్యాంక్ ఉందనుకోండి, మీరు ఒక క్రెడిట్ కార్డు, డెబిట్ కార్డు కావాలని బ్యాంక్ అప్రోచ్ చేయారు. అప్పుడు మీరు ఒక లీడ్ అనమాట బ్యాంక్కి. ఆ లీడ్ దగ్గర నుంచి వాళ్ళు సేల్స్ టీమ్ వచ్చేసి, ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఎక్కడైనా షాపింగ్ మాల్స్కి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు సార్ మీ ఫోన్ నెంబర్ ఇవ్వండి అని అడుగుతారు. దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ దేర్ మార్కెటింగ్ టెక్నిక్. సో మార్కెటింగ్ ఏజెంట్స్ అంటారు వాళ్ళని. వాళ్ళు మీ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటారు. దట్ మీన్స్ నౌ యూ విల్ బికమ్ ద లీడ్ టు దట్ కంపెనీ. సో తర్వాత సేల్స్ టీమ్ ఆ డేటాని తీసుకొని సేల్స్ టీమ్ మీకు కాల్ చేస్తారు. సో ఆ ప్రాసెస్ మొత్తం ఈ మార్కెటింగ్ అండ్ సేల్స్లో క్యారీ అవుతుంది. సో మీరు ఒకసారి క్రెడిట్ కార్డ్ తీసుకున్నారు, మీకు ఏదైనా ఇష్యూస్ వచ్చినాయి, మీరు కస్టమర్ కేర్కి ఫోన్ చేస్తారు. దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ద టికెట్ యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు రైజ్ టు ది కస్టమర్ సర్వీస్ సెంటర్. సో ఇటువంటి అన్ని యాక్టివిటీస్ని మనం హ్యాండిల్ చేయడానికి ఒక సిఆర్ఎం అప్లికేషన్స్ అనేవి, ఈ సిఆర్ఎం సాఫ్ట్వేర్స్ అనేది ఈ అప్లికేషన్స్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తాయి అన్నమాట. సో ఇవి బిజినెస్ కోర్ అప్లికేషన్స్. ఇవే ఉంటాయా అంటే కాదు, లైక్ ఇంకా చాలా అప్లికేషన్స్ ఉంటాయి, లైక్ కమ్యూనిటీ పోర్టల్స్ అని చాలా ఉంటాయి. విల్ డిస్కస్ ఇన్ డీటెయిల్. సో ఇవి బిజినెస్ కోర్ అప్లికేషన్స్. ఏ టైప్ ఆఫ్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్, ఏ టైప్ ఆఫ్ కంపెనీస్ తీసుకున్నా, ఐసిఐసిఐ బ్యాంక్ అయినా, బిఎండబ్ల్యూ కార్ అయినా, లైక్ అమెజాన్ అయినా, లైక్ ఏదైనా సరే, రైట్. సో ఇట్లా సిఆర్ఎం సాఫ్ట్వేర్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో ఈ సిఆర్ఎం సాఫ్ట్వేర్స్ ఏమేమి మార్కెట్లో ఉన్నాయంటే ఇక్కడ సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్, మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్, ఎస్ఏపి, ఒరాకిల్ ఇవన్నీ ఉన్నాయి. సో ఇందులో సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్కి మనం ఎందుకు వెళ్ళాలి యాజ్ ఎ స్టూడెంట్గా అంటే, ఎందుకంటే దేనికి ఎక్కువ మార్కెట్ ఉందో, షేర్ అంటే మార్కెట్లో షేర్ ఎక్కువ ఉంది అంటే కస్టమర్స్ ఎక్కువ ఉన్నట్టు, క్లయింట్స్ ఎక్కువ ఉన్నట్టు. క్లయింట్స్ ఎక్కువ ఉన్నారు అంటే వాళ్ళకి కన్సల్టెంట్స్ ఎక్కువ మంది కావాలి, రైట్. సో ఇక్కడ 24% సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ సిఆర్ఎం మార్కెట్ లీడర్ అనమాట. సో ఇక్కడ చూసుకుంటే మిగతావి నెక్స్ట్ 4 వాటిని మీరు యాడ్ చేసినా కానీ సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్కు రీచ్ అయ్యే పరిస్థితి లేదు. సేమ్ ఇప్పుడు నేను సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ టాప్ మార్కెట్ లీడర్ ఉంది, నేను నేర్చుకుంటాను. ఫ్యూచర్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది అంటే, లైక్ నేను చెప్పాను కదా ఐడిసి రిపోర్ట్ అని, యూ కెన్ ఆల్సో సెర్చ్ ఇన్ గూగుల్. ఐడిసి రిపోర్ట్ ప్రకారం 9.3 మిలియన్ జాబ్స్ 2026 కల్లా సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్లో కొత్త జాబ్స్ పడే అవకాశం ఉంది అని చెప్పేసి ఐడిసి రిపోర్ట్. ఐడిసి ఏంటి అంటే యూ కెన్ సెర్చ్ ఇట్ ఇన్ గూగుల్. లైక్ దే విల్ పబ్లిష్ సమ్ ఆర్టికల్స్ అన్ని పబ్లిష్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు అనమాట. సో ఇప్పుడు కరెంట్ సిఆర్ఎం అప్లికేషన్స్ వాడుతున్న రెవెన్యూ జనరేషన్ వచ్చేసి $52 మిలియన్. సో బై 2030కి $139 మిలియన్ వెళ్తుంది. సో అంటే సేల్స్ సిఆర్ఎం మార్కెట్ ఎంత హ్యూజ్గా గ్రో అవుతుందో యూ కెన్ గెట్ దట్ పాయింట్ అనమాట. సో యాజ్ లైక్ దే ఆర్ మార్కెట్ లీడర్స్. ఇప్పుడు సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ మార్కెట్ పెరుగుతుంది అంటే, ఐ మీన్ టు సే సిఆర్ఎం మార్కెట్ పెరుగుతుంది అంటే సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ మార్కెట్ కూడా పెరిగినట్టే. పెరుగుతుంది అంటే లైక్ జాబ్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ కూడా మీకు ఎక్కువ ఉంటాయి, రైట్. సో ఇక్కడ సిఆర్ఎం అంటే ఏంటో తెలుసు మీకు. సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ సిఆర్ఎం మార్కెట్ లీడర్ అని తెలుసు. అసలు సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ సిఆర్ఎంలో ఏముంటుంది అంటే ఇది క్లౌడ్ బేస్డ్ అనమాట. సో మీరు వరల్డ్లో ఎక్కడున్నా సరే జస్ట్ ఇంటర్నెట్ యాక్సెస్ తోటి మీ బ్రౌజర్ తోటి సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ సిఆర్ఎంని మీరు లాగిన్ అవ్వగలరు. సో అప్లికేషన్ వాడటమే కాకుండా ఉన్నది కస్టమైజేషన్ కూడా చేయగలరు. అంటే ఉన్నదే నేను వాడుకోవాలా సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్లో అంటే లేదు, యూ కెన్ ఆల్సో కస్టమైజ్. సో కస్టమర్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ని బట్టి మీరు కొత్తగా అయినా యాడింగ్ చేయొచ్చు, ఏదన్నా మోడిఫికేషన్స్ చేయొచ్చు అనమాట. సో కస్టమర్ 360 డిగ్రీస్ మనము మొత్తం ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అంతా హ్యాండిల్ చేయొచ్చు. ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ లైక్ వెరీ మచ్ ఈజీ అండ్ మల్టీ టెనెంట్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ ఫాలో అవుతుంది సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్. దీనివల్ల కొంచెం కాస్ట్ కటింగ్ కూడా ఉంటుంది అనమాట లైసెన్సెస్ ఎండ్ యూజర్కి. సో మనము ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయడానికి ఎట్లా ఏమన్నా సాఫ్ట్వేర్స్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయాలంటే లేదు, డెవలపర్ ఎడిషన్ అని ఉంటుంది. ఈ డెవలపర్ ఎడిషన్ ట్రయల్ అకౌంటే అనమాట. యూ నో నీడ్ టు పే ఎనీథింగ్, యూ నో నీడ్ టు ఇన్స్టాల్ ఎనీథింగ్ ఇన్ యువర్ సిస్టమ్స్. యూ కెన్ సింప్లీ యూజ్ ది డెవలపర్ ట్రయల్. అది ఎలా అనేది నెక్స్ట్ సెషన్స్లో ఐ విల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్. సో ఈ సర్వీసెస్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తాయి. సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ సిఆర్ఎం వచ్చేసి సాఫ్ట్వేర్, ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్, ప్లాట్ఫామ్ అనే 3 సర్వీసెస్ని ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తుంది. సో దట్ యూ కెన్ సింప్లీ ప్లగ్ అండ్ ప్లే యువర్ అప్లికేషన్స్. అంటే వన్స్ మీరు లైసెన్స్ కానీ ఒక అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఇమీడియట్లీ యూ కెన్ స్టార్ట్ ఎక్స్ప్లోర్ మార్కెటింగ్ కానీ సేల్స్ సర్వీస్ ఏ అప్లికేషన్స్ అయినా మీరు ఎక్స్ప్లోర్ చేయొచ్చు. తర్వాత కంటెంట్ గురించి మొత్తం 3 months టైం పడుతుంది. సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ అడ్మిన్ పార్ట్ 22 to 25 days అండ్ డెవలప్మెంట్ అండ్ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ రిమైనింగ్ అనమాట. సో జాబ్ పర్స్పెక్టివ్లో లైక్ నాకు కోడింగ్ అంటే భయం ఉంది ఇలాంటివి వద్దండి. అపెక్స్ ఇస్ లైక్ వెరీ మచ్ ఈజీ, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఈజీ టు లర్న్. So at the time when we started the career, just we need to depend upon Google. Now you have like chat GPTs and all. It is giving a clear code as well. So please leave the fear about the coding things. జస్ట్ మీరు కోడ్ అనాలిసిస్ చేయటం వచ్చింది అంటే కోడ్ రాయటం నథింగ్. సో కోడింగ్ గురించి అసలు భయపడాల్సిన పని లేదు. జస్ట్ హౌ టు క్రాక్ ద ఇంటర్వ్యూ ఒకటే మీరు పాయింట్ చేసుకోండి. ఐ మీన్ టు సే ఒకసారి జాబ్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఈ కోడింగ్ అంతా ఇట్స్ లైక్ ఈజీ థింగ్ వేర్ యూ కెన్ డిపెండ్ అపాన్ మెనీ డిఫరెంట్ పార్ట్స్. యూ కెన్, అంటే నేను మిమ్మల్ని నేర్చుకోవద్దని చెప్పట్లేదు, బట్ భయపడి వెనకడికి వేయకండి అని చెప్తున్నాను. అపెక్స్ ఇస్ లైక్ ప్రెటీ మచ్ ఈజీ, వేర్ యూ నీడ్ టు ప్రాక్టీస్ మోర్, దట్స్ ఇట్. ఓన్లీ అడ్మిన్ పార్ట్కి వెళ్తారని చెప్పేసి ఈ మాట చెప్తున్నాను. ఓన్లీ అడ్మిన్కి వెళ్తే మీకు జాబ్స్ వస్తాయి కానీ చాలా టఫ్ ఉంటుంది, రైట్? సో కొంతమందిని అడ్మిన్కి ఏం చేస్తున్నారంటే ఇంటర్నల్ ఎంప్లాయీస్ని అడ్మిన్కి ట్రైనింగ్ ఇచ్చేసి కన్వర్ట్ చేసుకుంటున్నారు. సో బయట నుంచి స్పెషల్గా అడ్మిన్కి తీసుకోవట్లేదు. తీసుకుంటున్నారు అంటే ఇంకొకటి డిప్లాయ్మెంట్ ఇంజనీర్గా సేల్స్ఫోర్స్ అడ్మిన్ ప్లస్ డిప్లాయ్మెంట్ ఇంజనీర్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ డిప్లాయ్మెంట్ విల్ డిస్కస్ ఇన్ టుమారో. డిప్లాయ్మెంట్ అని మీకు ఎవ్రీ వీక్ మాకు డిప్లాయ్మెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయంటాం. అంటే కొన్ని ఏదైనా మీరు చేసిన ఎన్హాన్స్మెంట్స్ కానీ కొత్త ఫంక్షనాలిటీస్ కానీ క్రియేట్ చేసినప్పుడు దాన్ని లైవ్ ప్రొడక్షన్లోకి తీసుకెళ్లాలంటే డిప్లాయ్మెంట్ ప్రాసెస్ ఉంటుంది కదా. సో ఈ డిప్లాయ్మెంట్ ప్రాసెస్కి ప్లస్ అడ్మిన్ రెండు కలిపిన ఒక ఇంజనీర్స్ను వాడుతున్నారు. బట్ మ్యాక్సిమం వాళ్ళు ఇంటర్నల్గా ఉన్న ఎంప్లాయీస్కి ట్రైనింగ్ ఇచ్చి కూర్చోబెడుతున్నారు కానీ బయట నుంచి తీసుకోవట్లేదు. సో కొంచెం అడ్మిన్కి వెళ్తే టఫ్ ఉంటుంది. సో ఓన్లీ అడ్మిన్ పార్ట్ ఉంటే మాత్రం మీరు ఆలోచించుకోవడం బెటర్. సో యూ షుడ్ గో విత్ బోత్ సేల్స్ఫోర్స్ అడ్మిన్ అండ్ డెవలపర్. దెన్ ఓన్లీ యూ విల్ గెట్ ప్లెంటీ ఆఫ్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ అనమాట. సో ఇక్కడ కోర్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ అనేది జస్ట్ ఇవి మనం డిస్కస్ చేయబోతున్నాం క్లాసెస్లో. దాంతోపాటు ఏ రోజైతే మనం క్లాస్ చేస్తున్నామో దాంట్లో ఒక మినీ ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఒకటి చేస్తాం. ఫస్ట్ డే నుంచి లాస్ట్ డే వరకు వెళ్ళేసరికి ఒక ప్రాజెక్ట్ కంప్లీట్ అయి ఉంటుంది. సో సేమ్ నేను ఏదైతే మీకు టాస్క్ చేస్తున్నానో దట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి యువర్ టాస్క్. యూ నీడ్ టు డూ ద సేమ్ టాస్క్ ఇన్ యువర్ ట్రయల్ అకౌంట్. సో దట్ ఏంటంటే మీకు ఒక కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ బిల్డ్ అవుతుంది, హ్యాండ్స్ ఆన్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ వస్తుంది అనమాట. ఒక ప్రాజెక్ట్ కంప్లీట్ అవుతుంది, నేను ఒక ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఒక అప్లికేషన్ చేశాను అన్నప్పుడు మీ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ వేరుంటుంది. అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ఇంకొక ప్రాజెక్ట్ మేము ఇస్తాము, దాన్ని మీరు కూర్చొని మీరు ఓన్గా చేసుకోవాలి. ఆ ప్రాజెక్ట్కి మేము హెల్ప్ ఇవ్వమంటే ఫర్ షూర్ ఇస్తాము. దానికి మీరు బట్ నేను ఇప్పుడు చేసింది మీరు యూట్యూబ్లో చూసుకొని మళ్ళీ మీరు చెక్ చేసుకొని చేయొచ్చు. బట్ నెక్స్ట్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ అలా ఉండదు, యూ నీడ్ టు డూ ఫ్రమ్ ద స్క్రాచ్, రైట్? సో ఆ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ అన్ని తరువుగా ఒక్కోసారి రిఫర్ అవుతాయి అనమాట. నా లెట్స్ సే ఇప్పుడు ఆటోమేషన్ ప్రాసెస్ ఉంది. ఆటోమేషన్ ప్రాసెస్ ఎలా చేయాలి అంటే మీకు థియరిటికల్గా తెలుసు. రేపు రియల్ టైం ప్రాజెక్ట్లో ఎలా ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయాలి అంటే ఇక్కడ మీరు ఆల్రెడీ ఒక క్లాస్లో ఒక మినీ ప్రాజెక్ట్లో ఆటోమేషన్ ప్రాసెస్ చేసుంటారు. రేపు వచ్చే ఎక్స్ట్రా ప్రాజెక్ట్లో కూడా మీరు చేసుంటారు. అంటే ఆటోమేషన్ ప్రాసెస్ 2 times మీరు వాడుంటారు. సో రేపు రియల్ టైంలో మీకు వెళ్ళినా కానీ మీకు కొంత హ్యాండ్స్ ఆన్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఉంటుంది, లైక్ కొంచెం జాబ్ ఈజీ అవుతుంది. సో దట్స్ ద రీజన్, ట్రై టు ప్రాక్టీస్ ద థింగ్స్. యూ నీడ్ టు క్రియేట్ ఏ ట్రయల్ అకౌంట్ యాజ్ వెల్. టుమారో సెషన్లో మనం ట్రయల్ అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ చేయబోతున్నాం కాబట్టి ప్లీజ్ బీ ప్రిపేర్ విత్ యువర్ మెయిల్ ఐడి. జస్ట్ గో విత్ ఎ న్యూ మెయిల్ ఐడి. ఇఫ్ యూ ఆర్ యూజింగ్ ఎ పర్సన్, that's up to you. Create a new ID with one email ID, so that in the tomorrow session we are going to create a new email ID, and from there we are start creating the applications and build all the concepts there, right? That's it from my end. Please let me know if you have any questions on this. As you are investing 3 months of your time, please feel free to ask any type of question so that you will be ready with the Salesforce CRM there. It's like open forum. If you are not able to unmute, then please you can also ping in the chat. You can use the chat support so that I can answer your queries. Okay, if no questions, we can wind up the session. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. You can also ping in the WhatsApp group, or you can also separately ping to me. As I said, you are going to invest 3 months of time. Please clear your doubts first, then you can start your preparation. So after entering into the Salesforce after 10 days or 15 days, that's waste of your time. So before to it, clear all your doubts in terms of job, in terms of experience, or whatever. You can ask freely. There will be a Mahesh is the person from Yaksha IT Solutions who can support you in terms of experience documents wise, and coming to the Salesforce wise, I am the right person. You can ping me separately. I can happy to assist you, right? Yeah. So I will take the silence as no questions, and we'll wind up the session for today, and we'll continue the regular classes from tomorrow, the same time 9 to 10. And I'm going to share these notes in the WhatsApp group. Please go through the notes for your reference. Thank you all.